here. Let's have a look.
You see, you couldn't see us, but we're all going. But that can't go on forever because we want to meet the guys who made the music. Please welcome Brian May and Roger Taylor from Queen. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'll tell you what, this is absolutely true. Now, I didn't expect to have this sensation at all, but, you know, I think, okay, I'm going to meet a couple of guys from Queen, that's pretty cool. And then as you came down the thing, I suddenly just went, oh my God, I can see the full faces. Like, oh my God, that's them! That was kind of weird.
We didn't change a bit, did we?
I was going to tell you, they were on the plane when I was flying up from Sydney today, and I was just too... And then finally, I was. You're not supposed to meet your heroes. Yeah, so I spoke to Roger, it didn't matter.
The thing is, you haven't changed a bit. I'm just looking at your hair.
Oh, really?
Good hair.
Well, the hair's still there, just about.
Now, can
the
I
face
ask
is
you,
gone, but...
I've got to ask you, we want to talk about the musical, but I've been dying to know this. You went to Liza Minnelli and David Guest's wedding, didn't you?
I did. I performed.
How freaky was that? How freaky are they?
It was great, actually.
They're actually great personal friends.
No,
so
they're
friendly,
not. No, they're not, because they invited everyone.
Oh, is that right? Hang on.
That's what Sporty Spice said.
I've known Liza quite a long time. I haven't known David very long, but it was great playing there because it was just a succession of unbelievably big stars that I never expected to see in my life, you know, from age of 100 downwards, you know.
Do you get awestruck?
I was the youngest there.
Do you get awestruck when you meet stars? You call them big stars, but to everyone here, you guys are Queen, you know. You wrote Bohemian Rhapsody. You wrote the greatest song of all time. So do you guys... I don't think that. I'm a big Glenn Campbell fan, but apparently...
I agree. Well, actually, Freddie wrote it, you know. Neither of us would take credit for that.
No, but
We
that's a
helped
good
little
point,
bit,
though, because you guys are the only band in the world where all the members have written a #1 single. Is that true?
Apparently
So
so.
Ben Elton keeps telling us.
Now, Ben Elton, of course,
great.
sorry to interrupt you there, Trace, but Ben Elton is one of the reasons you're here.
Absolutely.
Is this
And
new
if he was
stage
here,
show?
we wouldn't get a word in edgeways.
Probably not.
None of us would, don't worry.
But We Will Rock You,
He's written it. Now, what's Robert De Niro got to do with it?
Robert is kind of the godfather of the project. We don't see him that often, but when he comes down, he has a lot to say. And basically, the creative front is Roger, myself, and Ben. Ben is a powerhouse of ideas, incredible, and it's thanks to his brilliant script that we're actually on there.
Well, how did
and
you all
we will
get
be on
together?
in Melbourne.
You actually had a number of scripts on the table, because Ben wasn't the first person to come to you with a project, because your songs lend themselves to a very theatrical setting, but he wasn't the first person to come along with a script. So what turned you on to a guy that said, righto, it's set in Gaga Land, Planet, at what point didn't you go, next?
Well, we didn't want to do a biography. We didn't really want to see us up there. You know, we wanted to do something more interesting with it. And Ben was sort of English. He understood us and our humour. And also, he's a great writer and a very good director. So we were flattered when he came up with a great idea.
How did he manage to get Bohemian Rhapsody into the musical?
Well, that's a trick.
It's a trick.
You will have to wait till you see it.
on,
But it's a surprise.
What do we ask you, though?
We don't know what it means anyway, so it's sort of
That's the great thing, you see, yeah.
That's the great claim, that you guys haven't worked it out, or you won't reveal what it's all about?
I've been
Well, I think it's a
told.
load of pretentious old bollocks.
Yeah, well, that's what I keep writing on the wall.
But we know
Keeping
that,
stum.
where did the names Scaramouche and Galileo and all those names come from in the song? Were you on serious drugs when you wrote it?
As I say, we don't take the blame, you know, but...
Oh, it's all right, Freddie's dead, blame him.
Exactly.
It's fine, it's great. You see, he's great. Nobody can ask him what it means, which is wonderful. But they're historical characters, which were kind of woven into his little script there.
Now, all your songs, most of your songs are through the show, yeah? Like Killer Queen, right through.
Absolutely. Most of the big hits you'll find in there. Well, actually, half of the big hits.
Yeah.
We've got a sequel
We've got
to
room
come.
for a
Well, you
sequel.
left out 27, apparently. I mean, that's a lot to leave out.
That's right.
It tells you how many you've had.
There's about 85 in there, though, so we're fine.
And you're out here now casting for the Australian...
Yeah,
Casting.
We've
yeah.
actually cast it.
Oh,
you
we all
can't
wanted
do
to be in
yeah,
it.
yeah, fantastic. It's been great.
So you don't need to hear my version of anything, no.
Can I ask you, we're just going to have a look at some footage of Freddie, if we can. I
I'd
think we
love
have
to.
some here. Now, this, I want to know who you've auditioned for this particular scene.
Because
Who have you got in mind, Matt?
I thought Saddam Hussein with a moustache, if we wanted to, you know, bring him across and make him have some fun and a bit of peace and light in the
He
world.
had great legs.
Yeah, it's a frightening sight.
Do you,
isn't
it's a fantastic sight though, isn't it?
Still
Do you,
scary.
do you...
Oh, look at Roger.
Oh, look at you, Rog.
He didn't change, did he?
Not at
A
all.
lot. Yeah, that was the most fun we ever had making the video. I used to hate making them.
But it was a famous one. I mean, you think of some of the famous videos of all time, like there's that one, there's probably the Dire Straits' Money for Nothing, that first sort of video one. Do you miss that fun now? Do you wish you could still be in a band making videos and mucking about?
We're kind of still in a band, strangely enough, although we both protested hugely. We find ourselves sort of wearing the Queen hat again and enjoying it.
When we play every 50 years at the Queen's.
Well, you did do the...
That must have been amazing. You're playing on top of Buckingham Palace.
That was well scary.
Did anyone go, Queen's on the roof of Buckingham
Here you are
Palace? and
now.
go,
Wow.
Ah, that
Well,
would be
nobody
me.
catch her.
And why was it scary?
It wasn't scary because of falling off. It's scary because of how big a screw-up you could make of it and how everyone would know if you couldn't play God Save the Queen. I would have
Queen
been...
stage dive?
Sorry?
The mosh pit.
Yeah, she was mushing. My husband and I.
What was the food like? Did they have great food?
On the roof?
No, the Jubilee thingy. Like, was it massive and really lavish?
High enough to reach them.
It's pretty good food. Yeah, I think everything was well taken care of. Yeah, we got
So-
to walk on the lawn with the corgis and everything. It was
Oh, did you? I hate corgis.
Well, you wouldn't want to walk on the lawn if the corgis had been there. It'd be like,
There's a lot
oh
of
my
corgi
God.
poo there, I've got to tell you. You've got to be
The
very
Queen
careful.
doesn't pick it up.
Actually,
Oh,
we
no,
were
it
told
was-
not to touch the corgis.
Do not
Scott.
touch
Really?
the
Yeah,
corgis.
yeah.
Why is that?
I think they thought they were going to catch something off us.
Imagine the Queen with a little red velour bag tied to the leash, like.
She sells them on the internet afterwards.
touch not the royal corgi.
Well, listen, guys, we want to thank you so
touch
much
my
for
underpants, okay?
coming along.
So when does it start in Melbourne?
August, is it?
August the 7th.
When does it launch in Melbourne?
Launches in Melbourne
Reason Theatre,
and
Melbourne.
comes to Sydney.
Are you coming back out for the big
Yeah,
opening
we'll
night,
be
the
out
red
there.
carpet?
Yeah.
Ben
Try
Elton?
it before then because we'll be doing rehearsals with them.
Are you
We're
pleased with the Aussie talent?
The Aussie talent is incredible, I've got to tell you. You won't
Overwhelmed.
believe this cast. You will not believe the Killer Queen and the Galileo guy we found. They're outrageously good.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully there's no room for Nikki Webster.
Please.
It's still running. It's still running in the
There's
UK.
still time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still running.
It's
I don't
getting
know who
very
she is.
strong.
That's
Well,
me.
Everybody saw Nikki Webster in the Olympics. Didn't they?
And the Wizard of Oz.
Now, listen, let's hear it to the guys from Queen, everybody. Please welcome well, not welcome, thank, because they're gone. They're out ski.
Yes.
Of course, Roger Taylor and Brian May. Thank you guys for coming in. Good luck with the musical. Now, coming up, something I personally am very excited about. We're going to be crossing live to South Africa to chat to Andy Bickle and Brett Lee, and I love those guys, and they have set the World Cup on fire.
And
so-
I would like to set you a challenge to get them to say the word "coit."
I'm sorry, Brett, I'm not
I've just
fine.
thought of that.
Well, you're saying, what do you mean a challenge?
No, it's a challenge. You have to get them to say the word "coit."
I thought you were thinking of a second word then, and you're
I'm sticking with "coit."
So that's the challenge. I have to get them to say coit, and do I win a prize?
You win no prize.
You get a date with me.
Well, that will...
This is Channel 7.
Okay,
You get
well,
an
we'll be
IOU.
coiting right up after the break, don't worry. But before we go, you might remember just a little while ago, there was some footage of Kylie Minogue on stage with Justin Timberlake, and he was grabbing her tush.
Our
Now-
good Aussie tush.
That's right. Now, people think that was the first time that ever happened on stage, but no. There was a lady we're about to meet now who was involved in a similar scene with Engelbert Humperdinck. Who? Ladies and gentlemen, please make her welcome Marjorie Boone.